You are tuned into the Doc Nomad Productions YouTube channel. I'm your host, DA. Thank you for watching and spending time. Hey, today we got a great episode, trending stories like we do every Wednesday, where we pick multiple topics and I kind of talk about them, offer my opinion, offer some facts, and offer life lessons as well. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to start today's trending stories with Jeff Saturday. Now, if you're not familiar with Jeff Saturday formerly worked at ESPN, former player with the Indianapolis Colts and the Green Bay Packers. But Jeff Saturday was hired as coach of the Indianapolis Colts, a team that he played for years ago. Now, the issue with this is Jeff Saturday has no experience, no head coaching experience at the college level, no head coaching experience at the pro level. However, he coached high school football. Now, the reason this is a trending topic, because a lot of people are upset about this. Some people in NFL circles are upset about this because all of a sudden this guy played football, won a Super Bowl, goes to ESPN and talks and commentates and all those things. Now all of a sudden he gets a job. But you have people that's been out there, whether it's white, black, Hispanic, Polynesian, Samoan, whoever, who's cut their teeth in college and high school, the junior college level, the prep level, all these places in an effort to coach an NFL team, to be on an NFL team, whether it's a head coaching capacity, assistant coach capacity, whatever capacity. Some of these guys have worked 20, 30, 40 years, grinding, staying up late, watching tape, doing all these things, and they still haven't made it to the NFL as a coach. But this guy is sitting on ESPN, right? Now, I'm not saying the guy ain't qualified, but if you're looking at the qualification of an NFL head coach, to me, if I'm an owner, I will hope that you've been a coach before. It is my hope that you've been a coordinator, whether offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, special teams coordinator, serve in some capacity at the NFL level. Now, if you haven't served at the NFL level, okay, let's go down to college. Have you been a college coach? Have you been an assistant coach, defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, special teams coordinator? Have you done something in the coaching capacity where your leadership is spread throughout the team, staff, special staff, organization, front office, and all that? No, Jeff Saturday hasn't done any of that. He's won a Super Bowl as a player. Great, congratulations. Just because you were a player doesn't mean you're a leader of men. You're a teacher of men. So now if I'm on the Indianapolis Colts as a player, I'm like, hold on, I was just watching you on TV. Now all of a sudden, I got to take leadership from you? Now what about the coaches that's already on the team? It's coaches that's on the Indianapolis Colts that has been coaches on previous teams, right? So all of a sudden now our coach gets fired. The owner hires Jeff Saturday to be the coach. Hold on. I'm not listening to this guy. He may know X and O's, but can you lead men? That is the biggest thing. You are the face, outside of the owner, you are the face of the organization. To me, in my opinion, right? And I think a lot of people will agree with this. It's a slap in the face to everyone that's trying, like I mentioned, trying to get into the NFL, trying to get a job, trying to get a position on the staff in order to get that head coaching position, in order to get that offensive coordinator position, that defensive coordinator position. And this guy's on TV, and all of a sudden he's the coach. And then when at the press conference, he even asked the owner, Jim Irsay, are you sure I'm what you're looking for? But see, it goes to show you, we talk about this all the time. Corporate America, military, whatever capacity you serve. It's not about what you know. It's about who you know. Jeff Saturday, coach of the Indianapolis Colts. All right, next topic I want to talk about, and I'm going to go off the cuff a little bit. Voter intimidation. Everyone knows the midterms are going on. You know, states having the midterms, Republicans, Democrats, and, you know, it's a bunch of rich people deciding the fate of poor people. That's all politicians are. So I have my own issues with politicians and all that. To me, it's a lot of audio and no video, if you understand what I'm saying. But bringing it back to voter intimidation, I want to tell you something. And if there's anybody watching this who believes in voter intimidation, I want to say you have to be a complete idiot. I want to say that again. You are a complete idiot if you wake up in the morning or you go to bed at night saying, you know what, I'm going to a polling center. Wherever they have voting, where voting is going to be conducted, I'm going there and I'm going to intimidate people. I'm going to intimidate the Democrats. I'm going to intimidate the Republican voters. I'm going to do that. I'm going to dress up in my army gear. I'm going to wear all my gear. I'm doing all these. They dress up in their little army gear, thinking they're tough. They walk around with their little knee pads and elbow pads and doing all these things, wearing the gear that we actually wore in combat, defending this Constitution. And these idiots, these nimrods, they walking around these polling stations trying to intimidate people. You people are idiots. You are an idiot. You have to be freaking stupid to wake up and try to intimidate people. That's voting. That voting is a right. People have died to vote. People have gotten hung to vote. People have their hands cut off. Some people in some countries can't even vote. Look how long it took for blacks to vote. Look how long it took for women to vote. And these stupid people are out here intimidating people. It makes no sense to me. And if you support that, you're an idiot. If you watch this and do nothing about it, you're an idiot. You're pretty much fostering this idiotic mindset. You're enabling it. You are an enabler. And it's unfortunate. But then the thing about it, when they get on camera and they get fired from their Fortune 500 company, first thing they want to say, well, I apologize. I didn't mean no harm. First thing they want to do is apologize about it. You shouldn't be out there doing it. Go ahead, cast your ballot for whoever you want to vote, Republican or Democrat, and keep it moving. There's no reason to intimidate people. We all know why, but there's no reason to intimidate people to voting. It makes no sense. Fake wannabes wearing army gear, wearing military gear, trying to, threaten people. I tell you, you guys are idiots. You guys are idiots. And that's is happening in California, Arizona, I think Pennsylvania, and some other states. It makes no sense. Hey, you want to serve? Join the freaking military. I was a former recruiter. I get you in the freaking army. Voter intimidation. Idiotic. Last one I want to talk about. We're going to end this trending stories on a happy note. Dusty Baker. If you don't know, Dusty Baker won a World Series with his Houston Astros this past Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen, Dusty Baker is 73. He won a World Series as a player with the Dodgers back in the 70s. Everyone in baseball was rooting for Dusty Baker to finally win a World Series. He's been to a World Series before. He's managed multiple teams before, right? But he's never won a World Series. And he did it. And he did it. Now, I will tell you his story, the life lesson with this. You talk about sacrifice, perseverance, resiliency, continue to lean forward. Because a lot of times we try to climb this mountain and we're climbing it and we're climbing it. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes the rocks on the mountain spike your hand and you're still trying to climb it. I got to get to the mountaintop. I got to get to the mountaintop. And then you fall. And then you ask yourself, while you're on the ground looking at the mountain, am I even at the right mountain? But Dusty Baker kept climbing that mountain, and he climbed it, and he climbed it, and he got to the mountaintop. Talk about triumph, success, stand with it, stand in the fight, doing everything you need to do to achieve your goal. His goal was to win a World Series as a manager at the age of 73. That's something. And you know what? After they won the World Series, when they was at the podium celebrating, they asked him, Dusty Baker, what is next? What is next? Dusty Baker, 73 years old, replied and said, party. That's it right there, man. That is it. All the blood, sweat, and tears, everything that he went through, And also, Dusty Baker was a former Marine. Simplify. But everything that he went through in life to finally have it culminate into a World Series win. Congratulations to Dusty Baker winning the World Series. That right there is triumph, being resilient, and doing everything he needed to do to achieve his goal. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in today on the episode of the Nomad Cast, Trending Stories. This is every Wednesday. I pick multiple topics and talk about it. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and also telling a friend, telling the family, telling the coworker about Doc Nomad Productions. Doing a lot of great things over here. So I appreciate the support. You guys have a great day. Be safe. Be blessed. Godspeed. Thank you for tuning in to Doc Nomad Productions, where story time is a pastime. Now it's time to edit the episode.